Here's a yummy one. I call it chopped suey because I don't know what I should really call it. I took a chicken breast and chopped it up, and instead of flour, I used some cornstarch. And you don't need a wok, you just need a pan that you can get really screaming hot. Then put some oil in, and then I'm going to do about half of this chicken. Don't slap it in here like I just did. Wow. Just be careful. And I like to cook half at a time. I'm not even going to have to cook it completely, but I would say most of the way. Just get it a little bit of color on each side. And then I'm going to take that out and start cutting my veg. I like pretty food, so, when you can cut something instead of straight up and down, why not cut it on the bias like this? It just looks nice, doesn't it? I think they look like little Delta shields on Star Trek on their uniform. But I digress. I also cut some carrots. And right now in the pan, I have the onions going. And see what that is? That's coleslaw mix. I mean, it's cabbage and a few other veg in there. Yum, yum. Why not? I might even add some purple onion. So my onions have sauteed down a little bit just to get tender. I really don't want them caramelized. Just a little bit more tender. They need a little bit more heat time in the skillet. And now I'll plop the rest of those vegetables in there and get them going. Stir, stir, stir. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to wilt this down a little bit though. It's not like a typical stir fry because it's chop suey. It's going to be in a sauce. So just get that all through. And then see how it's wilted down a little bit. You don't want to leave it. You don't want it browning. I made a little pocket in the middle because I'm going to use some jar garlic. You can use fresh. I like my fresh better, but I'm going to just use that. I also grated some fresh ginger. I have a couple thin slices and then some grated. That's optional. But see, I put them both in the middle. I kind of want to babysit them. As soon as you start to smell them, that means that they've had enough heat. So I'm going to stir them in and turn down the heat at this point. Okay, just getting those in. That chicken will come back later. It's just sitting to the side resting for now. Okay, now it's time for some broth. We're going to have chicken broth. I had a carton of this, like a half a carton, but I filled it up the rest of the way with water. I don't like it too strong. You can use any kind of bouillon or stock that you have. If you're using your own stock from the freezer, have at it. Now, you might be thinking, Shirley, you're putting a whole lot of liquid in there. What are you doing? But trust me, we like a lot of this sauce. And yes, the chicken will thicken it. Oop, look what I just did. I put some more coleslaw mix, some cabbage in there because I like a little more crunch and then it was not wilted down. I drained this can of bean sprouts. If you like those water chestnuts and stuff, use those too. Now it's time for soy sauce, guys. Don't overdo this. Just put a little bit in. You can always add more later, but you can't take it away. And I've made that mistake many times. So I just put a little bit of soy in and then taste a little bit on your spoon here and there. Cook it, add your chicken back in. I did thicken this up after it was hot. Oh, see that? I was going to use that and make a different dinner, but guess what? I didn't. Sorry about that. But anyway, I thickened it with cornstarch, a couple tablespoons, and some very cold water. Mix. Put it in your hot liquid. I made basmati rice and some egg rolls. You got to try my recipe for that. I love our homemade egg rolls. And the air fryer. And so then I get a little bit of the chopped suey. And here's mine. You'll notice that the gravy is thicker and delicious. All those flavors pulled together. And I'm telling you, this chicken turns out incredibly tender because it goes back in to the sauce and heats the rest of the way through. Crazy bean sprouts. Well, anyway, that's your basics. You can finish it with some green onions if you'd like. And it is very delicious. I haven't made this in a while. And I'm glad I did. I hope you'll try it too.